This film review is going to be looking at Danny Boyle's second part for his zombie two-parter. The ever-popular sequel to 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later. Now, this takes place 28 weeks after the infection ends in the first one, so it's a good link, it's a good twist on the title for the fact that it gets to play along with the first title and the first film, and immediately gives you the idea that it's going to be a follow-up. Contains none of the same characters from before, though. It does contain quite a lot of star power in this one. One of the main characters is called Dom, and he is played by Robert Carlyle, who was in one of the Stargates, I'm not really sure which one, but most famously from other British film about unemployed men stripping. Not that I've seen it, Full Monty. Now, it also actually stars as the woman from Insidious and X-Men First Class, and Jeremy Renner, who plays a sniper in this, which is quite odd considering that in the Marvel films, he ends up with a bow and arrow because it's similar long-range weapons. In this, the zombies seem a lot more violent than the first one. There are a lot of spectacular scenes in this one, like the scene where Dom turns into one of the infected. There's the firebombing of London, that's spectacular special effects. This would probably be Danny Boyle's finest film for me. It's violent, it's quite crazy, and there's a lot of blood and gore in it, which is extremely good for a zombie film. It's what you want from a zombie film. There's also the twist that the US Army are trying to kill people because they're the ones behind them bringing people back into London. And the whole subway scene is quite intense. If you've watched it, you'll know what I mean about the subway scene. If you haven't, then I recommend you watch this because it's one of the finest British films ever made. I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10 for the fact that it is my favourite zombie film and one of my favourite films next to the Dark Knight trilogy. There's no flaws in this whatsoever. There's great special effects and it's a good story. It's absolutely brilliant.